Today I'm going to show you how to do this makeup on the eyes. I put on some pictures on Facebook last week, and many people asked me how to do this look. So here I'm showing you how to do this in a little film. I've already put on my base. I started with a good moisturizer cream. That is always the base for makeup, or even if you don't wear makeup, you have to put that every day. On top of that, I put a foundation. In this case it's a powder foundation, but it's whatever you like, it doesn't matter. And for this makeup I also did some contouring, which I won't show you now how to do it, but it's on the darker side than I would use during the day, because this kind of makeup is for night. And at nighttime you have to make bigger contrast between dark and light, otherwise you're not going to see anything. So for this makeup I used a darker contour and some very light blush on top for the contrast. So now I'm going to do my eyes, and I always start with a base for the eyes also. If you don't have a special base, you can use regular liquid foundation, it would work. I usually use MAC products because I really like them, but you can use whatever you find that you're happy with. So this is Paint Pot by MAC, and the color is called Painterly. It comes in a little jar like that, and I'm going to apply that with a brush like this, a very dense brush. With the hairs very close together. I'm just going to apply it all over my eyelid up until right under my brow. I'm going to wipe it a little bit with my finger. I like using fingers. You can do that with a brush if you like. In this case I'm also going to do this under my eye. Very much until here. All around my eye, because that's where I'm going to put eyeshadow in a moment, and we want the eyeshadow to sit well and to also that you see the color very well, and that's what the base does. Okay, so the other eye. The same way, all the way around under the brow. Wipe it a little bit with your finger so that you don't see the edges anymore. Under your eye, like that. Okay. Next, I'm going to start using color. I'm only for this look using two colors. As a base, I chose this pinkish color, and this is Cranberry by MAC, but you can use any color you like as long as it's a bright color, and that's important. So I'm taking this brush, which is a brush for blending actually, and has a little bit wider, a wider top. And I'm going to put that all over my eyelid, just like that, and I'm going to go up very high until right under my brow. I'm going to do this in a very exaggerated manner, and you don't need to be very neat with it, and that's what's so nice about this look. You don't need to be very precise, you don't need to be very neat. This is a look that anyone can do, really. You need to make it very, very big. Very big. Under the eye also. Make it strong, a strong color. Just like that. And of course you will do the same for the other eye. sure you go into the inner corner of your eye, although we're going to go over with another color. Now, the most important thing in general with makeup when you put eyeshadow, and it's something that many people do wrong, is that many people, when they want to put a lot of color, which is okay, but then they forget to blend. Now, what does blending mean? Blending just means blending the edges. Because a big makeup no-no is when you see sharp edges between eyeshadow and where you don't have eyeshadow. Okay. Now this specific brush already does the blending for me, blending edges. But if you use a more denser brush to apply the eyeshadow, which is okay, like this, you need to take a clean brush that has a little bit wider hairs like that, and then you blend like this, in this motion, you blend the edges. So that you won't see any sharp edges between where your eyeshadow ends and where your foundation starts. Alright. Okay, this looks very weird, but any makeup that is in the middle looks weird, and you shouldn't pass any judgment until you see the final product. So next we're going to use black. This can be any black. I'm using Carbon by MAC. It should be a very, very dark, very thick black. And in this case I am going to use a brush that is a bit more dense, because I want a very dense color. So I'm going to put that only on this part of my eyelid, like that. And again, you don't need to be neat. That's what's so much fun here. You don't need to be neat, you don't need to be precise. You just need to put it just like that. And you're putting it in your arch as well, a little bit over. The arch meaning this line here. Because when you open your eyes just like that, you'll still see a little bit here. And that gives a nice effect. So you're making this black all the way. And then you're going to go in with a smaller brush. You're going to take the same black, smaller brush, and you're going to do the inner corner as well. So that everything here is nice and black. So we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Taking my black brush, putting it on my eyelid all the way. Just like that. There are people who like to do one eye completely first and then only move on to the other eye. But since many times when I start, I decide in the middle that I'm going to add something, do something different. So I do everything I do for one eye, I immediately do for my other eye as well. And this still looks weird, I have to say, but we're not there yet. And we're going to go in with a smaller brush for the corner, like that. Okay. Now we're staying with this small brush. We're taking more black, and we're going to go under the eye as well. Like that. Not all the way down to where your color is, but nice and exaggerated here. Like that. Now I am taking a clean, dense brush. This is called a pencil brush. And I'm going to blend the underside. blending it right into the pink. And the same thing here. Now we're going to do the overall blending. We're taking our initial pink blending brush and we're going to blend the edge between black and pink, or whichever color you chose, also a bit down, and here, just like that, just so that the edge will fade and you can't really see a sharp edge between the black and the pink anymore. We can add a little bit of pink just on the lid, just like that, and we will blend this color. And we do the same thing on the other side. Now, this is the most important step, I think. It's always the blending. A little bit more red or pink. Gonna go over. Okay. When you're happy, and I'm happy, you can move on to the next stage, which is pencil. This is a regular, pretty fatty black pencil, Feline by MAC. And I'm going to do my waterline here in my eye, on my underlid, all the way until the inner corner, on both sides. You could even go a little bit outside your waterline. And for extra effect, I do like to do the upper line as well. You don't have to be neat here. This is just for some extra dark effect around the eyes. The next part is mascara. Now this look works best with false lashes, and the more extreme the better, because we made very big eyes here and your lashes need to extend from that, so you need false lashes that are very extreme, which I don't have right now, so I'm going to be using regular black mascara. It'll still look good, but it won't be the most perfect effect. If you do this for a party, you should most definitely use false lashes. And the more extreme and bigger, the better. But for now, this will do. There. The other side. Go. And I like to fill my brows a little bit. I don't need too much of that. So I'm just using a brow pencil. And this finishes the part of the eyes, the eye part of the look. After you've put on some black lipstick, this is the final look. And you can go out to a party like that, or stay home, or go to work like that, just whatever you want.